clearly getting a stomach wound in this series means nothing. It seems like the only way you can die in this series is if you're beheaded, or you straight up get a headshot, or you know, eaten. But we knew that already. Down goes Lewis. Down goes Lewis. Ha ha ha. He is down. He is down. Unless, you know, he has a final form and he gets up again. But at this point, I don't think they would have took the time to focus on him actually getting shot right in the middle of the dome. That clean headshot from that man, it was magnificent. It was beautiful. And that panel, just take a look at this, just to see this and to see the look on that man's face as he had that smirk like, I finally got this bastard. That was all worth it. Promised Neverland, bringing that fire once again, as this chapter is actually called Conclusion. So even the chapter itself is saying that this is the last that we've seen of Lewis, and Lewis even confirming that he lost. He was like, you know, I didn't expect anything less from you humans. It looks like I finally met my match, as he bows out before he falls. But there's still some things I'm concerned about, like that monkey is still around somewhere. So if there's any type of resurrection that's going to happen with Lewis, it's probably because of that monkey. And just to think that he lost because Emma was one step ahead of him, which I said was going to be a deciding factor. I said whoever slips up first is going to be the victor of this battle, and we got that in tenfold in this chapter. And I'm a little sad because I feel like I'm the only person, or maybe I'm not, that thinks that Lewis should have stayed around a little bit longer. He was such a good villain that I would like to see him escape and maybe antagonize these kids and these adults once again. But if he's down, he's down. And this is a well-needed victory, as even though they got some casualties, the humans got some bodies under their belts now. And that's something to be proud of, if anything to be proud of at this point. But we gotta talk about that plan, because what Emma did is that she mixed the flashbang with the barrage of bullets that Lewis was taking and effectively backing him into the corner. He only had two things that he can do. He can either close his eyes and just straight up get shot by this bullet, or he could have tried to, you know, move and dodge as much as he could, but he was already doing that and he was already wore down from that. So Emma one-upping Lewis, taking the initiative, giving him a choice that he couldn't get out of. Give it up for Emma. You have to give it up for her. That was a very sound plan, and that shows how well she's getting with thinking on her feet, how well she's doing on her own. Now, granted, that man, Ray, and everybody there was around her, but the fact that she had this innovation up her sleeve in a situation that was very shonen-like, and I'll get to that in a sec. But you gotta commend that, because Lewis was like, fuck, it's nothing I can do. It's either I can just lay here and die and get hit by this thing. I can try to fight back, but I'm already tired. These guys gave me a run for my money. I guess I'll go out nobly, if you can say nobly, but he accepted his fate. He was like, they got me. There's nothing else I can do at this point. So big props to Emma for that. She has grown so much, and as the situation gets tougher and tougher, she's only getting better and better. Now, again, like I was saying, this wasn't without its shonen tropes, because in her flash of death, you know, Emma got that inspiration that, you know, all main characters get, where she was at the brink of death and she started seeing everybody that depended on her. She started seeing, you know, Lucas and the other people, everybody she's failed and let down in this arc alone. You know, she saw Phil, like, you know, I got to get back to Phil. You know, she saw Ray and she saw Norman saying, don't give up, you got to keep going. We saw Mama coming through, because in a sense, Mama's still the end game for Emma, as far as not necessarily a nemesis as we know as the reader, but she's never won up to Mama. She still has to hold that L that she took to Mama. So we saw Mama saying, you know, you can't give up. Of course, again, she got to get back to Phil. You know, Norman is still a ladder she has to climb as well, because she's still not as intelligent as Norman. Maybe not even as intelligent as Ray, but she's growing as a character. And one thing that I really like is that we saw Sister Crone. And Sister Crone's presence and what she did in this series is so overlooked, and I guess we know it, and you know, you guys have been following me know that Crone's one of my favorite characters, even though she was around for a very short period of time, but Crone set the course of everything that we're going on right now with this escape. And, you know, for Emma to actually see Crone saying, no, this isn't the end. Get up. You got something to do. That was big, and that shows that this series also appreciates Crone as well, because she set the course for all this, just like I said. So it was great that Emma saw her in that flashback, and she was able to get that resolve and get up and do the shonen trope that even though Emma was injured and she was down, she was still able to execute this plan. She even said, you know, I shouldn't be up right now. I'm heavily wounded. I can't really move or do anything. But this is the last shot that we got, and while everybody was shooting at Lewis, she was able to get that flashbang out. So able to fight through the gut wound, which we thought was fatal, but at the same time, we know it wasn't fatal because Emma's the main character. We knew we wasn't going to lose her, and I said that at the very least she should be injured. I still kind of want to call bullshit on it, but the fact that they acknowledged it, okay, resolve is resolve, and when your life is on the line, you're going to fight through and you're going to use that adrenaline to do amazing things, and Emma did just that, having her moment where everything is on her shoulders and she rose to the occasion. So now with Lewis down, question mark, because you never know in fiction, where do we go from here? Now that he's down, is everybody going to, you know, join Emma and Ray on their journey? Because we still have to see Lucas and that man. We still have to find out what that man's name is. That's going to be a reunion that I'm looking forward to see. Do the people that survived, do they go back with Emma to meet up with Gilda and everybody else at where that man was staying? I really hope that man stays. He's a very good character, and they need some adult supervision out there. I'm not going to lie. It'd be nice if he stuck around. I really don't see Lucas and his crew, you know, tagging along with Emma, even though that'd be cool. But this will really turn to Walking Dead if they start getting people along as they go on their journey. I mean, they need to help, but I don't know how I would feel about that. I mean, somebody got to stay behind. Somebody has to start building things and making their own way across these plantations. So maybe that'll be the plan. Maybe one team can go to one and one can go to another, but we're primarily going to follow Emma and company. But I'm really interested in where we're going to go with the series from here. But again, if anybody's going to go with Emma, I hope that man does. I hope he stays around with Ray and meet up with Norman again. That also brings up the thing of Adam, like what happened with Adam, where is he, what is his connection to Norman? That's going to be the interesting thing, is I believe we are heading to Lambda after this. I think that's where the plan is going to be now that they know about it. And you know, that monkey is still out there too. So there's a lot of things that can go on, and that monkey's probably an informant. If it got away, it's probably going back to the higher ups to explain what happened to Lewis. That thing could be Lewis. I'm still holding that out there until I'm proved otherwise. But hey, there's still a lot to dive into in this series. The fall of Lewis is going to be a big momentum moment for the humans as well, and it may have caused more trouble than they think it has. I've touched on this before in the video, is that with them taking down Bayon, with them now taking down Lewis, that's going to paint a target on their back. The demons are going to be in bigger alert for these kids now, and the road is going to get harder and harder and harder. So even though I don't want to see them, you know, gain a little bit of an army and this fellowship as they're going along, they might need it. So guys, another fantastic chapter of Promised Neverland. This was one of my favorite chapters of the year. I've said that a few times about this one, but this was hands down great because of the action panels. You know, the fall of Lewis, which I'm a little bit sad to see, but it was good to see that man step up, to see Emma step up and become that shonen main character that we all wanted from her. And a lot of people seen earlier, because I know I wasn't the biggest Emma fan, but now I am, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it by her. So guys, let me know some of your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you like the video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's now a shortage of content for you to indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now. You chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.